Epigraph. So what did he dream about? Maybe he dreamt about meeting a person whom he, the wardrobe master, could clothe, not with his costumes, but with himself. Only himself. And he dreamt about how he could happily replicate the thoughts and emotions of his beloved, having become her soul and flesh. Absurdly, the actors performed the play's finale, improvising. What else can they do, in spite of the great scheme of the author and producer? Nastasia Filipovna lies down on the bed, meekly half closes her eyes and, it seems, falls asleep. The drunken actor playing Rogozhin also lies down on the bed next to her, but keeps tossing, turning, shuddering, and actually he doesn't know what to do. Maybe turning into a real idiot from the tension. Contrary to the actual storyline, he chokes her to the stormy squall of applause.
Listen, wardrobe master. What an outrage! The actress from The Idiot has a dress on all the time.
Wait a second. Whose dress?
Well, we don't actually know her. She was invited by another theater for the lead role. They well seem are successful.
Her success is in our way. It's simply awful. I was examining her dress closely when I entered her makeup room to see whether she needed anything, as is done in London. Stooped down to her as if to fix her collar, and instead stared at her dress. Her dress? What a mess. All in rags. How can one go on stage in that costume? She obviously sleeps and eats in it. The manager took pity on her, gave her permission to live in the makeup room until she found a place. He could have then bought her a few dresses. They gather all kind of ragamuffins in this theater.
Indeed. How terrible. Which makeup room is hers?
On the first floor.
Thank you.
Yes, well, of course, I have a job. Work saves me. I always have loads of work. Women never remove their costume. Their essence grows into one with it.
Can I enter?
Excuse me. You're the new actress? So, I'm speaking on behalf of the wardrobe master. As a matter of fact, I am the wardrobe master. I came to speak regarding your costume, about which, you know, there have been complaints. The costume should stay in the wardrobe room. It was a strange conversation, a conversation in the darkness. I couldn't quite discern her face. She was but a spirit. To be honest, I didn't like this spectacle. Maybe because the actresses for the lead role constantly changed, which was troublesome for me. Taking in, cutting open, lengthening, and all of them caprices. Everyone has their fans. The dress should stay in the wardrobe room.
Don't touch the legs. The leg is irritating my eyes. Everyone wants something from me. You want my clothing? My fans don't need my clothing. I think that you could distribute it evenly.
Next time, I won't come. Drop it off in person. This isn't included in my responsibilities.
Well, I'm interesting to everyone. Just a little before and a little after I'm dressing. What happens to me afterwards? I guess.
I'd better go.
Oh no! Since you interrupted me, you'll have to see this through. Or do you have a limited interest like the others?
I don't understand.
And why are you not at home? Don't tell me that you stayed here just for me.
It's a mess.
It is difficult to understand why father suddenly begins imitating a train. More precisely, he becomes a train several times a day. He lets out drawn-out whistles, probably departs strictly along a fixed route. Father spent his whole life on trains in search of his unfaithful wife, my mother. According to this strange kind of logic, one day I'll become someone's clothing, because I am a wardrobe master. But whose clothing?
Are you not scared? That something potentially very important might be happening right now, which you're unable to prevent or stop.
I'm scared.
I'm not scared anymore. Once I was. When I had a home, when I had a mother.
Mother.
Mother. Yes. So very quiet. You're also very quiet. That's right.
Mother was very ill when I was just starting out. I was always at the theatre, always on tour. When I returned, I sat down and I said to her, just wait a bit. Soon I will be at the top of the acting league. I will be dictating the whole of the conditions. Of course, I didn't believe that. That never happens. But she believed me. And then I noticed how many years passed. Mother was losing her strength before my eyes. Of course, they all came, but I was never there. And then I started thinking about a big holiday. I even cleared it with the management, and they said, just one more trip, just one more tour, and then you can be together, you can settle all your affairs. When I returned, she was sitting by the window. Yes, by the window. That's where she was waiting for me. Oh God, I lied. I am still scared. Afterwards, I sat in my room and I shivered. Oh, it was so cold. I could see that something in my absence was happening, something very important, like a thing looming. I can still hear her, like a wind in a pipe.
Here is the stage. Friends. Acquaintances. And nothing saved me. You understand? It's like a terrifying hum. And you bowed to it.
Pretend that you can't see this terrifying gaze. From performance to performance to performance. And then, when you are alone in your apartment, when there is no one to act in front of, when there is nowhere to run, this emptiness starts up again. It invades you, it corrupts you, it pulls you and pushes you into the wall. It torments you more and more and more until you are wailing and crawling along the empty corridor. God, I have the right to cover myself up with something. If only for an hour, if only for a minute.
Until it starts again with the emptiness. The workers, the fans, go to revolute around in this empty, nocturnal theatre.
When I draw near her, I'll freeze for an instant, not understanding what to do next and lightly touching her. A nocturnal thief, feverish, horrified, incomprehensive, will again stretch out my arms, afraid that she will suddenly disappear, and I'll hold my breath and hug her for the first time in my whole life. When I squeeze her, she'll resist my embraces, and then I'll beg her to have a little patience. Strangely enough, she won't listen to my words, a capricious, somnolent girl, and will try to get out of my grasp, and then, losing my patience, I'll squeeze her with all my strength, covering her up completely, stare into her eyes, believing, seeing, imagining, shuddering. She'll suddenly freeze, all in a fairy tale moment of reincarnation, no longer in front of a full audience, but only for me, alone.
I learned to take this away with me when I cried all the way home on the bus. The people are warped, their bodies conforming to their environment, their toes pointed inward, the injustice of boarded buildings weighing them down. And I am afraid in this place that I'm supposed to belong, to this town that is no place. That is no place. That is no place. That is no place.